Hey everybody, and we are back today with another nail video for you guys. Look at these things, they look horrible. Those last nails lasted for about 2 weeks, and now it is time to get these things redone. So I have my nice handy dandy warm water here. I put a little bit of soap in there. You know, we're just going to soak these hands for about a good maybe just about 10 minutes, just so everything gets soft, so it helps push back the cuticle. Alrighty, so now that all of those things are nice and prepped, we're going to take this nice little tool here, which is called the Cuticle Pusher. Yes, you got to get one, get your life. So the one side with the little scoopy, that's the part you're going to use to push back the cuticle, and the other side look like a little half a butter knife. You're going to use that to kind of like cut off the stuff, scrape it off a bit. It's real easy. So basically the water softened everything up, and as you can see, oh, it's very blurry. I'm sorry guys, but pushing that cuticle back is going to make everything raise up. You do not want to have your cuticle on your nail because that will cause ugly lifting. You won't be able to put your press-ons if you're wearing press-ons. So you just want to make sure that you get that cuticle off, because nails look horrible if that stuff is still on there. Okay, so now that we done pushed all that stuff back, as you can see, oh my goodness, my camera is not focusing. So this is a cuticle nipper. So all of those dead pieces of skin that you see that's white and flat back that you push back, you just want to take that and gently clip it off. You don't have to press too hard because you don't want to get your skin, just that dead cuticle mess that you pushed back. Hey, you like this video, huh? You've made it this far. Why don't you go ahead and give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and I'll keep them coming. Now back to the show. So now that you done nipped all that nasty dead cuticle skin off, you want to go ahead and treat the cuticle a little bit more. So I just recently got this little cuticle drill kit. This round tip right here, I have been seeing everyone use it, and I wanted to get one for myself because I love the way it seemingly helped all of the other nail techs that I've seen use it on the cuticle after they've done nipped it and pushed everything back. It just helps it mesh back, file mesh, I don't know what word you want to use, but it just helps it look better to me. It just makes everything blend better, and it doesn't hurt at all. See, look at that. Before that, prior to, it was just like nasty white stuff all over the place. It was just nasty. So now we're going to go in with our Orly GelFX Builder in a bottle. Oh my goodness, y'all. So this stuff is hella thick. I've been seeing people talk about it. I've been seeing that it's very easy to use. So we're just going to try it out. You know, you got to get your tips on, size them up right, make sure everything is great. That's what I'm doing here. So right here, I'm just clipping the nails down with that big clipper down there at the bottom, and then I use the regular hand clippers to, you know, just shape them out into these nice little cute pointy stiletto mini nails. My dude thought they were cat claws, as he called them, but I like to think of this shape as very much so like my mom. She likes the classic pointy stiletto look, and I was looking so much so like Cindy here. But back to this builder in the bottle. So it says before you do this, you have to prep your nail. Now, I don't have gel Orly's prep stuff. I got Model 1, so we gotta do what we gotta do. But we're gonna do the dehydrator first. You know, get out all the moisture. You just don't want none of that in the nail. You don't want to trap anything wet because that can cause bacteria, and then your nail gets a fungus, turns green, and it's nasty. So the first step that they give is to apply a thin layer of gel on the nail itself. So you just want to put that one thin layer on, as you see me doing here. This stuff is very thick, so you do not need to put a lot when you first put it on. Now once you get that first thin layer on, it says you want to take a bead of it and basically drag it down the middle of the nail. Now what I'm doing here is turning the finger upside down, because the other videos that I've seen, they did this because it helps level the stuff out. This stuff is self-leveling, but from what I'm getting, it just helps it balance out more. But now everything's balanced out. Threw that in the baking machine, and ooh, look at that thing. It is so nice. And one thing that I found so surprising about this stuff, guys, it was so hard. It is so durable and it's amazing, and it really is easy. You see that? I got my second finger done. Like, it's just crazy. Third finger. This stuff, I would say, is more so for the girl who just wants to maybe just protect her nail more. Maybe her nails are thin, but this stuff is actually very, very good, and I kind of think I like this better than polygel. It's just more of a natural look, natural feel. I just love it, and they look so beautiful. Yes, y'all. So now that we got our nails all nice and gelled up, see what I told y'all? It was hard. Like, that stuff wasn't even bending. So I'm gonna go in with my handy dandy drill. Now I'm using this drill top. I don't know what it's called, but this one has the round tip, so basically it enables me to be able to get very close to the cuticle area without damaging the cuticle area, and it also helps me shape out the nail as you see me doing here. This stuff was awesome, y'all. Like, I was really intrigued by it, and I use this drill tip like almost every single time I do nails. Like, I love her. I just ordered about maybe 3 more. I don't know, I just like having extras. But there we go. Nails are all nicely shaped, smoothed out. Look at those cuticle areas, just looking so good. So this is where the paint job comes in. So we're going to be using the Beetles base gel. Now the base gel is just something for the actual gel polish to hold on to, so you have to put a base on. And then once you do that, you're going to go ahead and cure, and then we can get to going. So now that we've cured those, we're going to go ahead and get that sticky layer off with some alcohol. Please don't forget to get that sticky layer. If you don't do it immediately, the next thing you know, you'll have everything in your house floating around in the air on your nails. So I wanted to do a milk nail look. I don't know why. I've just been fascinated by that color. It's very subtle but very sexy to me. I don't know why. Just, it's subtle and sexy. But yep, I just wanted to do a milk shade type design this go around. So we're going to be using this polish. I got it from Amazon. It's called Meta. The description for it and the link for purchase will be listed down in the description. Do not worry. But as you can see, this polish I did have to go over a couple times. I had to go at least 3 times if I remember, because as you can see, it's just so color. It's so like milky. I don't understand. It was just, I couldn't stand having spaces, and it just, I needed all of it to be uniformed all across. So this is the first coat, and now we cured it. We're going to wipe it off, and as you can see, that sticky stuff had something stuck to my nail. Second coat here, and as I put the second coat on, you'll see it more so come together. It'll start looking more milky instead of looking like I just dipped my fingers into some creamy white stuff. Alrighty guys, all those coats got everything good to go. Now we can move on to the design. So I found these little cute little chocolate baby angels off of Amazon. The link for these will be listed below as well. We're also going to be trying out this Marcotte Blooming Nail Gel Polish. This stuff gave me such a hard time. Like, I could not get it together, and I don't understand why. I used it before with pink and blue, and it worked perfectly, but for whatever reason, this time around, not so much. So the deal with those little chocolate angel babies, you have to put them in the water. They basically are like nail tattoos. You know, back from the day when you were a young kid, you would get the tattoo, put it on your arm, soak it, and have it sit. These, same way. You just put them in the water, let them soak. Ooh, I am so shaky. But you just sit them in the water, let them separate, and then the flexibility will enable you to be able to put them on your nail, and voila, there you go. So I had envisioned something totally different for my nails, and it just was not coming together. So as you can see here, I went in, took it off, and I'm going to start over. So I took off on one hand the stuff that was there, didn't do the other hand yet, so that's a good thing. Going back in with this Orly GelFX, we're going to go ahead and excuse me, we're going to go ahead back in. We're going to fix that little ring finger right there. We're just going to redo him, paint him, get him up to par with everybody else. Those other two guys that you see, we're going to paint them repaint them as well. Now we're going to start on this other hand here. Back to the one hand that needs to be finished. Get that middle bead going down in the center. Have it all level out. And we did the other hand. She's all good to go. This stuff is really, really good. Do you see that shine? Amazing. Got these in the mail that same day. So I decided to do a Chanel design. I'm going to be using my resin nail paint plate. We're going to be using Niji black polish, Beetles 325 white polish, Beetles 343 gray polish. Now I'm going to be putting the colors on the plate. Now the marble effect, like I said before in my last video, you just take your colors, apply them very thickly to the plate. You just want to swish the colors into each other, swish, 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 get you a nice little mesh of all of them together. You want to take your brush, scoop up a nice amount, and you just want to ever so gently just apply it to your finger in a nice swishily marble way. And it wouldn't be hard. You don't really have to worry about which way it's going. It's going to look like marble. Marble always looks like it's just flowing. So now we can go ahead and put on our decals. I really envision just like I said, subtle but sexy type look for these nails. Gonna go in on the other hand, do the marbling as well. And if anybody knows me, you already know my hands will be on the same color scheme, color theme, but as far as looking the same and everybody being in unison, I don't do that. One hand is going to have a certain design, the other hand is going to have something completely different, but they all work together. I don't know why, I'm just weird like that. So for this nail, this was a bit tricky. So I just used the two gold strip lines and just left a space for the black and cured it. And then I pulled them off so I could have a black strip so that white Chanel wording would show up. And then the black Chanel logo would just be in the back, and it came out real nice. And just to give it a little more subtle but sexiness, I decided to add the black outline to the Chanel. Now this pinky finger, girl, I was doing way too much. I don't know if I was doing it wrong or whatever, but I started off by first putting on the bigger gems just to get those out of the way, and then I decided to take the little teeny beads that I had. Oh, I should have just left it like that. That is so cute. But yeah, like I was saying, I then decided to take the mini beads that I had and put them on there. And I don't know if I was doing this wrong, but it just seemed like this shit was taking me forever. So next time I do these little mini beads, I think I'm gonna just put them into like a little sandwich baggie and then just, you know, have the glue on my finger and then just dip my finger into the bag, because this pinky was about to have, we was about to get it in, because I was about to fight this thing. That design with these little beads, it was just too much. Okay people, so we got our decals on, we got our marble paint on. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and take these little silver and gold foils here. I love these things. And this art foil glue. Now this stuff right here helps a whole lot. It's better than using the top coat, which my ghetto ass was using before. It just helps the sticky, it just helps them lay down, whereas though the top coat, they would still flick up sometimes, and the glue just helps them lay flat. So the look I was going for on this finger is just basically like melted silver and gold tips. We all know, like I said before, none of my fingers look the same. One hand is always going to be different than the other, but they both going to be popping, and they all going to look like they belong together. Now this part was real tedious as well. I don't know what I was thinking with this part, but then more so towards the end, I figured that I was just drawing on myself because there's an easier way to do this. But I'm gonna just fast forward through this so you guys can see what I did and then check out this goodness once it's all done. Alright, so now that we got that thumb all done, we just going to add a little extra sparkly going to this marble nail that we have here. Look at that hand. It's so subtle, sexy, and Chanel, silver, white, gold. It's just everything. So what are we doing here now? I have no clue. Okay, so yeah, I'm sorry. My camera had messed up, so I had to go ahead and change over to my phone. So it's on a weird angle, but I just had to record the rest for y'all because couldn't leave y'all hanging like that. So I'm just finishing up the other hand, adding the foils to the marble, and look at him. He is shining all over the place. I had these little gold like chain decals too that I decided to add it on, and that thing just gave it like a nice little subtle, sexy little rock and roll touch. But here they are, all nice and cuticle oiled up. The Chanel decals, the gray, black, and white marble with the milk polish. These things is popping. So leave a comment, let me know what you think. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. Deuces.